This is my kind of basketball, fellas. Both of these teams make their mark on the defensive end of the floor.
The game is played at both ends, and great scoring will only get you so far. These teams have a firm understanding of that.
And for teams that are committed to winning, it's understood that locking in on defense will be part of what separates them.
Now here's Williams. Off the mark there with the three. To the middle. The fadeaway. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. To the paint. Drops in the layup for two.
She always knows where her teammates are going to be, and she'll have that ball there waiting for them.
Here's Cook. And here's Malunga.
Got it. Good job in the low post.
And just a huge hole in the defense, and she didn't waste any time going through it.
Outside Williams. Passes on Delasini. Fires from deep. Good. And it's Gabby Williams who picks up the assist.
Check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates on the same page.
Now Malunga. Malunga sets a screen.
Here's Magbagor. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good, and she'll go to the line.
And when you watch Ezi Magbagor, her defense is what stands out to me, fellas.
A perennial all-defensive team member, Ezi is long at 6'4" and defends with effort. Don't you dare sleep on her offense, though. It continues to get better with each year.
Really contributes to her team. Ezi, versatile on the floor.
Here's the Valkyries with the ball.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Left side Williams. To the left side wing. 5 to shoot. Shoots the three. And it's Seattle with the rebound.
Now Heidemann. Pass to Malunga.
Magbagor.
Malunga sets a screen.
Inside. And the Storm tack on two more. Williams with it. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Misses from short range.
Bodied her up and made her alter the trajectory of the shot that time.
Definitely. Some very sound defense played on that trip down.
And here we go, Valkyries fast break. Here's Burton. And she banks in the layup.
Great job spotting her teammate near the bucket and firing the pass in there.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, to the inside. And that one's good. Heidemann. Here's Williams. Down low.
Here's Rupert. And great D that time from Malunga.
And she doesn't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions.
Here's Cook. Back to Malunga.
Count that one.
Good ball movement. She put that pass in the ideal spot, and I can guarantee you her teammate appreciated it.
The reverse. Here's Williams. That three off the mark.
You know, she's disappeared this quarter, not making a mark at all with her offense.
And you know she'll be happy to get this period over and done with and just start fresh.
Now here's Horston.
Looking for her first basket still in this one. Count it.
Look at Horston getting aggressive inside, working for the high percentage look.
And they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. They got to score.
Pass to Rupert.
Zondalicini. Now here's Williams. 6 to shoot. Over Horston. 18 feet away, and she knocks it down. Seattle leading.
Malunga outside.
Magbagor.
Malunga sets a screen.
A nice shot by Magbagor.
I like how McMagor picks her spots on offense, knows when to look to score inside.
One of the blockbuster trades in recent WNBA history. Seattle trading Jewel Lloyd away in a 3-team deal.
Yeah, Jewel going to Los Angeles after 10 seasons and 5 All-Star appearances with the Storm. Seattle ends up with the 2nd pick in the 2025 draft and a 2026 first as well. That's a great haul if you ask me.
Now here's Horston.
Pass to Heidemann.
Malunga.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Takes the 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
They've done good work with the ball. They've been moving and getting quality chances.
And their field goal percentage reflects that. They've been the much better team shooting the ball.
And it's not just about shooting, Brian, as we were just mentioning. It's about moving, cutting, all the little things. How about that for a response?
We'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
It's turning into a three-point contest.
Here's Heidemann. She has 5. Inside. Here's Magbagor. Again, Seattle.
Golden State with the ball.
8-point game. And here's Burton. Pass to Williams. The tray.
And again, Golden State with the triple.
Come on. You can't leave her alone like that, especially from long range.
Now Magbagor. Screen by Magbagor. To the wing, right side. 4-on-3 on the break.
Pass to Burton.
Now Zondalicini. Let's go with a 3.
The rebound by Malunga.
Personally, I am shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. She makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Here's Cook.
Magbagor.
Here's Malunga.
Hits the jump hook.
Just really good awareness right there on the assist.
Golden State trailing here. It's Burton.
Pass to Zondalicini. And here's Williams. Good.
That's what I call pretty passive. Timely recognition as to where the open teammate was.
Now here's Magbagor. She's got 7. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That'll get the ref's attention.
Good call there. Her feet still moving when she set the screen.
And she sort of lowered her shoulder into her too. A move you perfected actually, but they were going to get her there one way or the other.
And here's Burton.
Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
Now here's Magbagor.
Got it for her 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
While not letting the physical defense deter her, Magbagor plays with such tenacity.
Pass to Rupert. Burton.
Score it! Her 3rd straight basket in 3 attempts.
What a start to this game. All offense early.
Yeah, this is just playground stuff. Forget about defending. Just keep letting it fly.
That's okay with me.
Malonga sets a screen.
Now here's McGregor. He's covered closely. Shot clock at 6.
Samuelson outside.
Fires the 3. A rebound by Charles.
Here's the Valkyries with the ball.
They trail by 3.
Pass to Burton.
Deflects the pass.
And that'll be Golden State's ball as it goes out of bounds. Valkyries able to keep possession.
That pass had a little bit too much heat on it for her to make a clean steal.
Yeah, that was going to be a tough catch for either of them. I mean, these are basketball players, not wide receivers.
And so it's Golden State with it.
It's a 3-point game. The shot. Thornton. Up and in on the layup.
Little bit of physicality from Thornton, getting her shot to go.
Brown inside, working on Charles.
Samuelson outside. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Valkyries.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Now Martin.
And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Storm out in front. They're up by 1. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. A closely contested game here at the start of the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Storm?
A lot of shots in close from them early. Good sign.
It's a lot easier to get buckets inside, and they've done that through one.
Cans it from downtown.
When a player has confidence like Dolson, you see the pass coming and expect her to take the shot immediately.
Pass to Charles. Here's Thornton, and stolen by Brown.
Samuelson outside. Melbourne. Now here's Samuelson.
From the arc, and the Storm, another 3.
Well, that's the calling card for Samuelson, a big-time shooter.
Outside Charles. Thornton. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I wasn't sure they should try to get the 3 right back like that, but hey, it worked out for them.
Wasted no time on that one.
What a response by Samuelson.
Outside Charles. Hayes. Clock at 6.
Let me hear a screen.
And it's Seattle with the rebound.
Here's Melbourne.
Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. And the play stops. Whistle on what looks like an illegal screen.
Well, I just think an illegal screen, it's one of the toughest calls for an official to make.
Yeah, you have to appreciate how difficult a job they have to do when it comes to making calls like that. It's not as easy as people might think.
And the refs in this league just do a great job.
And for this Valkyries team in their first season, Tim, what do you like about their roster?
I like the experience they added. Kayla Thornton from the expansion draft, Tiffany Hayes as a free agent. Those two will lead this young roster.
Now here's me here. Pass to Burton.
Fires it.
Horston with the rebound.
Seattle leading.
And here's Cook.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Samuelson. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Outside Williams. They set the pick. 13 feet out. Beyond the arc. And it's Dolson with the rebound. And the Storm with possession. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Here's Heidemann. And again, it's the Storm missing. Outside Williams. Pass to Ami here. It's Burton. Looking to end the drought. She can't get that one. Here's Heidemann. She's guarded by Williams. And here's Cook. Now here's Dolson. Now Heidemann. Lets it go from deep. That one falls, coming off Stephanie Dolson's feed.
I mean, that shot just becomes effortless for her when the defense is so relaxed like that.
Pass to Ami here.
Williams to the paint. And she floats it in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
Paint points. You always want them. Ami here. Excellent around the hoop.
Here's Horston. And here's Heidemann.
Fires for three.
Lee here grabs the board. The Valkyries trail. Pass to Burton. Ami here.
Left side Williams. Here's Burton. And it's Seattle with the rebound.
Anybody want to bet that she won't miss that shot the next time she takes it?
Here's Heidemann. Takes the three. Sinks the triple. And here's Burton. She's got 6. Pass to Williams.
Burton.
Back to Williams. The 3 ball.
Heidemann grabs the miss.
Even with every shot clanging off the iron, she seems determined to continue hoisting up these threes. But I think it's time to maybe take a step in.
And here's Cook.
To the middle.
Dolson. She's covered by Ami here.
Dolson's shot's good.
Well, it's not easy being a head coach in this league. So what is the key to being successful, fellas?
Well, you start with good players. I mean, without good players, you're not winning games. And that's kind of the bottom line from my perspective.
And I'll throw in keeping players engaged. You got to make sure you put them in positions to succeed. You have to nurture them as basketball players.
Here's Heidemann. She's got 11. Pass to Samuelson.
Forced in the screen. Cook can't get it to go.
Williams with it.
And it's Samuelson picking her up.
And Williams gets it to go.
Yeah, good job working it down low and getting the high percentage look.
Now Heidemann. Samuelson right side.
Launches a 3. Good on the 3-point shot.
Honestly, that might be the last player on the floor you want in rhythm. Can't let Samuelson get comfortable. She'll burn you.
And here's Golden State.
Down by 12. Williams with it. She's got 11. Here's the pick. Pass to Burton. The three is up. Good, and it's Gabby Williams who picks up the assist.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the three ball at one end with their own.
A three-point battle starting to take shape here.
Time called here. The Storm decide to talk it over.
The Storm making a switch here.
On defense, the Valkyries.
9-point game.
Here's Heidemann.
11 points in the game. Just 5 on the clock. There's the three. That's another one for her. Her 5th in just 7 shots.
She is just bombing it today. How many more threes are we going to see from her?
Well, we've already seen a lot. I mean, she's got more points from outside the arc than inside the arc.
If a defender is going to play off of her like that, you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points on the board.
And here's Heidemann.
14 points for her. And again, Seattle with the triple.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
Here's Rupert. In the Valkyries, another three.
There aren't many players more reliable from three-point range than she is, especially when the D's playing soft on her.
Pass to Cook.
From past the arc.
Valkyries with the rebound. Now Rupert.
She has 6. Williams inside.
Horston defending. The rebound by Malunga. Here's Cook.
Pass to Magbagor.
Now here's Horston. And here's Heidemann. They get the rebound.
Magbagor makes it off the glass.
Just relentless on that offensive glass, Ezzy Magbagor.
Now here's Williams. She's got 11. Pass to Zandalacini. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And that does it for the first half of Storm out in front, up by 12. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter going. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close. And we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third started.
Heidemann. Pass to Malunga.
Here's Magbagor.
Malunga sets a screen.
To the inside.
It's good. And the assist that time from Ezi Magbagor.
Give an assist there, not for a pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed her up and really just made that layup possible.
Now here's Williams.
And here's Rupert.
6 on the shot clock. Tries it from the top of the key.
Forston with the rebound.
He just assumes she's going to knock those down when she's as open as she was there.
In the draft, the Seattle Storm took Dominique Malunga with the second pick.
It was their highest pick since 2016 when they took someone by the name of, I think, Brianna Stewart. That's her name? First overall? Yeah, that's it. That one worked out. The Storm got the 6'6" Malunga, an incredible prospect from France. She's got such a bright future.
A nice shot by Magbagor.
She's got a great read of where that miss was going, and that enabled her to be the first player to it and get the putback.
Now here's Williams. She's got 11.
Pass to Rupert.
Launches it. That shot off. 90 seconds into the second half now.
Malunga sets a screen. Magbagor with the ball.
13 points in this game.
And here's Cook.
Jacks up a 3. The shot, no good.
Now Burton.
Here's Williams.
Valkyries with another miss. Here's Cook.
Inside. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Difficult situation here for Golden State.
Searching for that first bucket here in the third. Now here's Williams.
Forston defending.
Pass to Zondalesini. Right wing.
And here's Burton.
To end the drought.
The rebound by Malunga.
And here are the Storm now.
Here's Heidemann.
Magbagor up top. Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
And this is how effective Magbagor can be. All about getting into a rhythm.
Now Burton.
She's got 11. Pass to Williams.
Now Rupert.
Lets the 3 fly.
Valkyries with another miss.
Just like me, 9 times out of 10, she's going to bury the 3 when she's left all alone like that.
Now here's Magbagor. Malunga sets a screen.
Six for 6. She's yet to miss from the field.
She's carrying a lot of the load offensively, and normally that's good news for them.
Each trip down becoming more important.
Yeah, they need to string together some successful offensive possessions and play tough D.
To the middle. And she drops in the layup off glass.
Unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Pass to Magbagor. Malunga sets a screen. Now here's Magbagor. She's got 15.
And yep, it's good.
She's having one of those days where if she takes it, she makes it.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
It's Burton. She's got 11. Pass to Zondalicini.
And here's Rupert.
This one for three. Magbagor grabs the miss.
They had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And when she's open like that, you don't see her miss that sort of look very often. We're seeing the shots dropping for them very well now.
Yeah, this has been an extremely efficient second half for them up to this point. Their coach has to be happy.
And it's Gabby Williams penetrating.
Golden State gets it back.
Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. And here are the Storm now. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half.
Here's Heidemann. Here's Malunga.
That one falls.
The D got caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance points.
They need more effort than that on the boards. That can't happen.
Absolutely.
Well, at the 2024 games in Paris, Dominique Malunga helped France capture silver.
Yeah, at just 18 years old, she was a key part of that France team. That performance a big reason why she went so high in the draft.
It's Burton.
From 8, the shot is good off the backboard.
Well, it's a good thing she showed up today because without her, they'd be in deeper trouble.
And the Storm with possession.
Pass to Magbagor. Now Heidemann. Screen by Magbagor. And here's Heidemann.
She's got 17.
Here's Cook.
From 17 feet out.
The Valkyries pull it in.
Down low. Shot left block. And that one good.
Magbagor with the ball.
Now a timeout called by Seattle.
Well, with the amount of emphasis on three-point shooting in this league, we see less and less two big lineups.
Pace and space are the name of the game. You got to have a very fluid set of bigs to run 2 at a time.
And across the globe, looking at different women's and men's basketball leagues and international competitions, that seems to be the trend for every single top league. Basketball has changed. The WNBA has adjusted with everybody else.
Pass to Melbourne. Now here's Horston.
Just 5 to shoot.
Here's Malunga.
It's good for her 8th straight basket in only 8 attempts.
Keeping her head on a swivel, Horston enjoys setting up her teammates.
Now Zondalicini. To the left wing. Puts up a 3.
The rebound by Malunga.
That's a look you can't pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Melbourne. Pass to Cook.
And here's Magbagor. Banked in off the glass.
Good job to create the easy bucket.
Now Rupert.
From 18 feet away.
And the Valkyries, another bucket.
That's a heads-up play right there, guys. Not just on the assist, but also on the finish.
Here's Melbourne. She hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
Pass to Cook.
There's the triple.
Here's Malunga.
9 for 9, looking deadly accurate, like she can't miss.
Such a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. That's what she brings to the table.
The rebound by Malunga. Here's Horston. Pass to Melbourne. Now Magbagor. Malunga.
Wow, that makes her a perfect 10 for 10. That's some double-digit perfection.
Time called here. The Valkyries deciding to talk it over.
And a new group getting ready for the Storm.
And so it's Golden State with it.
And here's Burton. She's got 13. A rebound by Holmes.
Samuelson outside.
Pass to Heidemann. The three.
The Valkyries pull it in.
It's rare to see her come up empty on such a wide open look.
Now Burton. Here's Thornton. And can't cash in from close range. Here's Melbourne.
And here's Heidemann.
Pass to Melbourne. Samuelson.
And here's Heidemann.
Good on the triple. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's the Storm opening a huge gap. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. And thanks again for joining us. We'll see what happens in the fourth. Now Burton. Pass to Hayes. Charles. It's Burton. Back to Charles. Now here is Hayes. Shot clock at 5. From outside, off the mark.
Very close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Not a great habit to get into, letting her get that wide open.
Here's Melbourne.
Back to Samuelson.
Pass to Heidemann. Dolson up top. Here's the three. It's hauled in by Tiffany Hayes. Now Burton. Fourth quarter of basketball, we're about 1 minute into it. Seattle with the ball. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
Heidemann, no good.
Outside Hayes. And there's a pick from downtown.
And again, Golden State, no good.
Even without that 3 ball dropping for her, the defense should have done way more on that last play.
Yeah, I mean, the D's got to be better as a coach. You can't stand seeing her having that much space to get her shot off.
Now here's Samuelson. Here's Heidemann.
And again, it's the Storm missing. Some tough offensive sets, and they really want to turn it around.
They got to lock in and need a basket just to regain some momentum.
And it's Hayes missing. Here's Holmes.
And here's Heidemann.
Pass to Samuelson. To the paint. And that one's good. Heidemann.
Superb assist. She was crafty, creative, and the ultimate teammate on that play.
Outside Charles. And here's Hayes. Three-pointer. Another miss by Tiffany Hayes. Pass to Melbourne. And here is Samuelson, guarded by Charles. Now Holmes. Here's Heidemann. 16 feet out. Stokes with the rebound. Pass to Burton. Charles. She's guarded by Samuelson. Yep, that one goes. If you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Here's Holmes. Pass to Heidemann. The Storm rebound. Shot's good by Samuelson.
Great job by Samuelson, taking contact, still finishing.
Outside Hayes. Shoots. A rebound by Holmes.
She's having all sorts of problems with her shots.
Yeah, the words ice and cold come to mind with the way she's shooting the ball.
Here's Heidemann. Samuelson outside. Pass to Melbourne. Here's Heidemann. Three-pointer. No good. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
Fantastic pass. She made that a very easy bucket with the setup.
And here's Heidemann. Top of the key. Tries again. And the layup is good. Now Burton. For three. A rebound by Holmes. And it's the Storm with the ball. Here in the fourth, they've only allowed just 4 points. Pass to Melbourne. And here's Heidemann. From outside the arc. And the three ball is good.
She had her head on a swivel and was able to still pick up the pass and get the assist.
Outside Charles. Hayes. It's Burton. Back to Hayes. The three. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
An offensive powerhouse. When Hayes is feeling it, she has the range to stretch the floor.
Samuelson outside. Dolson up top. Pass to Holmes. The floater. That one falls, coming off Stephanie Dolson's feed. And it's the Valkyries' ball. Right side, Hayes. To the middle. Lays it up and banks it in.
Nice pass. She got that ball right into her teammate's shooting pocket, and it yielded great results.
Pass to Heidemann. From 20 feet out. Valkyries with the rebound. It's Burton. Now Hayes. From deep. A rebound by Holmes.
The defense has nothing to worry about out there with her shooting because she just can't dial it in from deep this half.
Now here's Samuelson. Off target from three-point range. Pass to Charles. Burton. Now here is Hayes. For three. A rebound by Holmes.
And she's missing shot after shot after shot from long range. And with time running out, I think it's time for her to try something else.
Now here's Dolson. Fires from deep. And he can't get that one to fall.
And it's the Valkyries' ball.
And they're looking for some kind of spark here.
Yeah, cold stretch offensively. They need a bucket.
The Valkyries with another miss.
And here are the Storm now.
Samuelson outside.
Pass to Heidemann.
Now Melbourne.
She's guarded by Hayes. For three. Nailed from three-point land.
She found the perfect spot behind the arc there. A big gap in the D.
Outside Charles.
Burton.
Pass to Stokes. There's a screen. There's the triple. The rebound by Melbourne.
And here's Heidemann. And here's Holmes.
Here's Heidemann. Three-pointer. The shot, no good. Now Stokes. Pass to Hayes. Takes the three. Buries it from three-point range.
Well, with such a detailed offensive skill set, Hayes gives defenders a ton of different looks.
Samuelson outside.
Now Dolson. The shot that time not on target.
And here's Golden State.
Now here is Hayes. They set the pick. Outside Charles.
Burton.
The three is up. And Samuelson pulls it down. Pass to Heidemann. And so Seattle takes this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them and in enemy territory, no less.
It was enemy territory, but with the way that they controlled the game, they took the crowd completely out of it. That's how to get it done on the road.
That'll do it for our broadcast, everyone.